Hello and welcome to the Dreamy Lab tonight. We'll embark on a tranquil journey beneath the waves, exploring 100 mind-blowing facts about the ocean, a vast, mysterious world that covers more than 70% of our planet. From ancient shipwrecks resting silently on the ocean floor, to creatures that glow in the dark and underwater mountains taller than those on land, the ocean holds wonders both beautiful and astonishing. So lie back, breathe slowly, and let your mind drift like the gentle tides as we uncover the secrets of Earth's largest habitat. Whether you're here to relax, learn, or simply fall asleep, these calming stories and fascinating truths will guide you into a peaceful night. When we think of history, we usually picture ancient ruins and treasures on land. But beneath the ocean's surface lies far more historical wealth. Over thousands of years, countless ships have sunk, ports have vanished, and entire cities have been swallowed by rising seas. These underwater sites often preserve artifacts in remarkable condition because the low oxygen and stable temperatures prevent decay. Examples include sunken Roman cargo ships and the submerged city of Pavlopetri in Greece, one of the oldest known underwater cities. Today, modern technology like sonar mapping and underwater robots helps archaeologists uncover these hidden time capsules, revealing vast chapters of human history that have remained concealed for centuries beneath the waves. Unlike most creatures that age and eventually die, certain species of jellyfish can avoid death entirely through a remarkable process called biological immortality. The most famous example is Turritopsis dohrnii, often called the immortal jellyfish. When faced with injury, stress, or aging, this jellyfish can transform its cells back to an earlier stage of development, essentially resetting its life cycle. This process, known as transdifferentiation, allows the jellyfish to revert to a juvenile form before growing back into adulthood. Because this cycle can repeat indefinitely, these jellyfish have the potential to live forever, unless they fall prey to disease or predators. This ability challenges our understanding of aging and has fascinated scientists studying cellular regeneration. In many fish species, individuals are capable of switching from male to female, or vice versa, depending on environmental conditions, social structure, or population needs. This extraordinary flexibility highlights just how incredible and adaptable life beneath the waves can be. Certain fish have the remarkable ability to switch sex, a phenomenon known as sequential hermaphroditism. Depending on environmental or social cues, a fish can transform from male to female, or vice versa. For instance, clownfish are born male and can become female if the dominant female in their group dies. Conversely, some species start life as females and later change into males. This incredible adaptability ensures reproductive flexibility, helps maintain population balance, and showcases the amazing resilience of marine life to changing conditions in their environment. Beneath the ocean's surface exists a hidden world of vast mountain ranges that far surpass any found on land. The mid-ocean ridges, for example, form a continuous chain stretching over 65,000 kilometers, far longer than the Andes or the Himalayas. These underwater mountains are centers of tectonic activity, where new oceanic crust forms as plates slowly pull apart. They influence ocean currents, provide habitats for countless species, and even shape global geology, a breathtaking reminder of the dynamic forces constantly shaping our planet. Some marine algae can grow over a meter per day. Certain species of giant kelp grow astonishingly fast, sometimes exceeding 1 meter in a single day. This rapid growth allows kelp forests to form dense underwater habitats that support thousands of marine species. The towering kelp stalks provide shelter, food, and nursery grounds for fish, invertebrates, and marine mammals. Beyond their ecological role, kelp forests also absorb significant amounts of carbon, making them vital contributors to marine ecosystem health and climate regulation. It may sound unbelievable, but the world's oceans hold about 20 million tons of dissolved gold, more than all the gold ever mined on land. However, this gold is spread extremely thinly throughout seawater, just a few parts per trillion, making it invisible to the naked eye and currently impossible to extract economically. Gold enters the oceans through rivers, underwater volcanic activity, and hydrothermal vents, constantly cycling through marine systems. Occasionally, It concentrates near certain mineral deposits, sparking interest in potential future mining. For now, this vast sea of gold remains a silent, hidden treasure, a reminder of the ocean's immense and largely untapped wealth. The Mariana Trench, located in the western Pacific Ocean, is the deepest known point in the world's oceans. Its lowest area, known as the Challenger Deep, plunges nearly 11 kilometers below sea level. To put this in perspective, Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on land, rises about 8.8 kilometers above sea level. If Everest were placed at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, its peak would still be more than a kilometer underwater. The environment at this extreme depth is unlike anything on the surface. The pressure exceeds 1,000 times that at sea level, creating conditions that are hostile to most forms of life. Yet, despite its remoteness and harsh conditions, expeditions have discovered extraordinary life forms thriving in this abyssal realm. Strange, bioluminescent creatures, enormous deep-sea jellyfish, and unique microorganisms demonstrate the astonishing resilience of life, adapting to conditions that were once thought impossible to survive. Even though the ocean covers more than 70% of Earth's surface, scientists estimate that over 80% of it remains unexplored and unmapped. This vast territory includes deep trenches, underwater mountain ranges, and expansive abyssal plains that are still shrouded in mystery. Thanks to advances in technology, remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, autonomous underwater drones, and sophisticated sonar mapping, we are slowly beginning to uncover the ocean's hidden secrets. Every expedition brings new discoveries, previously unknown species, unusual geological formations, and even lost ecosystems. The ocean remains one of the planet's last great frontiers, a place where each new journey has the potential to reshape our understanding of biology, geology, and climate. Among the many wonders of marine life are the clever sea otters, one of the few animals in the wild known to use tools. Their favorite tool? A simple rock. Sea otters dive to the seafloor to collect shellfish like clams, sea urchins, and mussels. To crack open these hard shells, they either carry a rock with them or use one resting on the ocean floor as an anvil. By smashing or pounding their prey against the rock, they gain access to the nutritious flesh inside. This behavior requires skill, precision, and learning. Mothers often teach their pups how to use tools effectively, demonstrating not only intelligence, but also cultural transmission in these marine mammals. Watching sea otters at work is a reminder of the intricate and surprising lives that flourish beneath the waves. The ocean is the most biologically diverse habitat on Earth, far surpassing terrestrial ecosystems in species richness. Scientists estimate that it hosts millions more species than those found on land, ranging from microscopic plankton to massive whales. Marine biodiversity spans countless ecosystems, vibrant coral reefs, towering kelp forests, hydrothermal vent communities, and polar ice edges. Many species remain undiscovered, especially in the deep sea and remote regions, making the ocean a treasure trove of life. This immense richness supports complex food webs, maintains ecological balance, and plays a crucial role in regulating the global environment. Every organism, from the tiniest plankton to the largest predator, contributes to the delicate interconnectedness of ocean life. The vast, largely unexplored oceans remind us that Earth still holds secrets, waiting patiently beneath the waves to be discovered by those who dare to explore. The ocean's coral reefs are among the most diverse and vibrant ecosystems on Earth. Though they cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, they support about 25% of all marine species, earning them the nickname rainforests of the sea. These intricate ecosystems are built by tiny coral polyps, which create calcium carbonate skeletons that accumulate over time, forming complex structures. These coral formations provide food, shelter, and breeding grounds for countless species, including fish, invertebrates, algae, and other marine life. Coral reefs are not only biodiversity hotspots, they also protect coastlines from erosion and storms, acting as natural barriers that reduce the impact of waves and surges. Yet, these delicate ecosystems are highly sensitive to environmental stressors, such as rising ocean temperatures, pollution, and ocean acidification. Protecting coral reefs is therefore a global priority, as they are crucial to the health of the ocean and to human communities that depend on them. Scattered across the ocean floor are thousands of underwater volcanoes, many lining the boundaries of tectonic plates. These submarine volcanoes continuously erupt, releasing molten lava that cools rapidly to form new crust. Over time, these eruptions build underwater mountains and islands, reshaping the seafloor and influencing the ocean's landscape. Volcanic activity doesn't just create land, it also releases minerals and gases into the water, which affect ocean chemistry and support specialized ecosystems. Hydrothermal vents near these volcanoes host unique life forms that thrive without sunlight, relying instead on chemicals from the Earth's interior. These remarkable communities reveal a hidden world of life flourishing in extreme conditions, demonstrating the ocean's incredible adaptability. The ocean's thermohaline circulation is a slow-moving, vast system of currents driven by differences in water temperature and salt content. Warm, salty surface water flows from the tropics toward the poles, where it cools, becomes denser, and sinks deep into the ocean. This cold water then travels along the seafloor back toward the equator, forming a global loop often called the ocean's conveyor belt. This circulation system distributes heat and nutrients around the globe, regulating climate and supporting marine ecosystems. Any changes or disruptions to this flow could have far-reaching impacts on weather patterns, ocean health, and life on Earth, highlighting the ocean's critical role in maintaining planetary balance. In the sunless depths of the ocean, many creatures have evolved the ability to produce their own light through a process called bioluminescence. This natural glow results from chemical reactions within their bodies and serves a variety of purposes: attracting prey, communicating, or camouflaging from predators. For example, the anglerfish uses a glowing lure to draw in unsuspecting prey, while certain squid and jellyfish emit light to confuse or evade predators. Bioluminescence is widespread in the deep sea and represents one of the ocean's most captivating adaptations to extreme darkness, illuminating a mysterious world that humans rarely witness. Among the ocean's most awe-inspiring inhabitants is the blue whale, the largest animal ever known to exist on Earth. These gentle giants can grow up to 30 meters, about 100 feet, in length and weigh as much as 200 tons, roughly the weight of 33 elephants. Despite their immense size, blue whales feed almost exclusively on tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill, consuming up to 4 tons a day during feeding seasons. Their enormous hearts are the size of small cars, and their low-frequency calls can travel across vast distances underwater, echoing through the deep. Blue whales are a majestic reminder of the ocean's vastness and the extraordinary scale of life it supports. Ocean water isn't equally salty everywhere. Salinity, or the concentration of dissolved salts, changes depending on location, temperature, evaporation, and freshwater input. For example, the Red Sea is one of the saltiest bodies of water due to high evaporation and low rainfall, while the Baltic Sea has lower salinity because it receives large amounts of river water. These variations in saltiness affect water density, currents, and the distribution of marine life. Salinity also plays a crucial role in regulating ocean circulation and global climate patterns, making it a vital component of Earth's environmental system. Coral reefs are among the oldest living structures on Earth, with some continuously growing for more than 10,000 years. These ancient reefs have endured massive changes in sea levels, climate, and ocean chemistry, forming the backbone of vibrant ecosystems that support a quarter of all marine species. The longevity and complexity of coral reefs make them essential for biodiversity, fisheries, and coastal protection. Yet, modern threats such as warming waters, pollution, and ocean acidification put these ancient ecosystems at serious risk, highlighting the critical need for conservation efforts. The Great Barrier Reef, stretching over 2,300 kilometers off the coast of Australia, is the largest living structure on the planet. Built over thousands of years by billions of tiny coral polyps, this reef system supports an incredible diversity of life, including thousands of species of fish, corals, and marine mammals. Its vast size is so impressive that it is visible from space. Beyond its beauty, the reef provides essential habitat for marine life, protects coastlines from erosion, and supports tourism and fisheries. Despite its importance, the Great Barrier Reef faces serious threats from climate change, coral bleaching, and pollution, making its preservation a global priority. Beneath the ocean surface lies the deep sea, the largest habitat on Earth by volume. While the ocean surface covers most of the planet, areas below 200 meters depth make up the vast majority of oceanic habitat, encompassing over half of Earth's surface and containing more than 90% of the ocean's water. This dark, cold, high-pressure environment is home to countless unique creatures, all adapted to survive in extreme conditions. Despite its enormity, the deep sea remains one of the least explored places on Earth, with countless species still unknown to science. Understanding this mysterious habitat is essential for uncovering the full diversity of life on our planet. The ocean also contains regions called dead zones, where oxygen levels drop so low that most marine life cannot survive. These hypoxic areas are often caused by nutrient pollution from rivers and agricultural runoff, which fuel algae blooms. When the algae die and decompose, oxygen in the water is depleted, creating inhospitable conditions. Dead zones can devastate local fisheries, disrupt ecosystems, and threaten human communities that rely on the ocean for food. Unfortunately, they are increasing in number and size worldwide, representing a growing challenge for ocean health and conservation efforts. Scattered across the ocean floor near volcanic activity are hydrothermal vents, underwater geysers that release mineral-rich, superheated water. These vents support extraordinary ecosystems that do not rely on sunlight. Instead, organisms near vents rely on chemosynthesis, a process in which bacteria convert chemicals, like hydrogen sulfide, into energy. These bacteria form the base of the food chain, supporting tube worms, giant clams, and unusual fish adapted to these harsh conditions. Hydrothermal vent ecosystems challenge traditional ideas about the environments necessary for life, revealing that life can thrive even in extreme, sunless habitats. Among ocean creatures, the sperm whale boasts the largest brain of any animal, weighing about 7 kilograms, 15 pounds. This massive organ supports complex behaviors, including deep diving, sophisticated vocal communication, and intricate social structures. Sperm whales can dive over 2,000 meters to hunt squid, using echolocation to navigate and locate prey in total darkness. Their intelligence, communication skills, and complex societies make them fascinating subjects for studying marine cognition and the evolution of large brains. Ocean waves, created by wind blowing across the water's surface, can travel thousands of miles without losing much energy. These waves carry the power of distant storms far from their origin, reaching shores thousands of miles away and subtly shaping coastlines. For example, swell waves from Pacific storms can be felt as far away as Hawaii or the coast of California, demonstrating the incredible reach of ocean energy. This long-distance wave travel influences marine navigation, surfing conditions, and even the distribution of nutrients in coastal waters, quietly connecting oceans and continents through motion. The ocean is a major carbon sink, absorbing roughly 30% of the carbon dioxide emitted by human activities, such as burning fossil fuels. This absorption helps slow global warming, but it also causes chemical changes in seawater, a process called ocean acidification. Acidification can harm marine life, particularly organisms that rely on calcium carbonate to build shells or skeletons, such as corals and shellfish. Scientists are closely studying how this ongoing carbon uptake affects ocean ecosystems and what it means for the future of our planet's climate. The ocean stores an astonishing amount of carbon, about 20 times more than what is found in Earth's atmosphere. This vast reservoir plays a critical role in regulating global climate. Marine plants like phytoplankton absorb carbon dioxide through photosynthesis. When these organisms die, their carbon-rich bodies sink to the seafloor, trapping carbon for centuries or even longer. This natural storage mechanism helps balance carbon levels on Earth, though it can be affected by environmental changes that influence ocean health and climate regulation. Phytoplankton populations undergo dramatic seasonal blooms, multiplying rapidly when conditions such as sunlight and nutrient availability are optimal. These blooms are so extensive that they can be seen from space. Blooms fuel the marine food web, supporting fish, whales, and countless other sea creatures. However, some blooms can become harmful, producing toxins that affect marine animals and humans. Satellites continuously monitor these patterns to track ocean health and ecosystem changes on a global scale, providing critical insights into the rhythms of the seas. Mangrove forests, guardians of coastlines and carbon sinks. Mangrove forests grow along tropical coastlines and play a vital role in protecting shorelines from erosion, storm surges, and rising sea levels. Their complex root systems stabilize sediments and reduce the impact of waves during storms, acting as natural barriers against nature's forces. Beyond their protective function, mangroves are powerful carbon sinks, storing vast amounts of carbon in their wood and soil, often more per area than terrestrial forests. These ecosystems also support rich biodiversity, providing nurseries for fish, habitats for birds, and shelter for countless other species. By safeguarding coastlines, absorbing carbon, and nurturing life, mangroves are essential for both coastal health and climate mitigation. The deep trenches of the ocean, such as the Mariana Trench and Tonga Trench, are among the most mysterious and least explored places on Earth. These narrow, deep valleys plunge thousands of meters below the surface and remain largely inaccessible due to extreme pressure and darkness. Despite the harsh conditions, scientists have discovered unique creatures perfectly adapted to this environment. Exploring these trenches not only expands our understanding of life's limits, but also reveals fascinating insights about Earth's geology. Yet much of these underwater abysses remain unknown, reminding us that the ocean still holds untold secrets. The blob is an enormous area of unusually warm water that has appeared in the Pacific Ocean in recent years. Stretching hundreds of miles, this warm patch can disrupt marine ecosystems by altering currents and influencing the behavior of sea life. The blob has also been linked to unusual weather patterns along the west coast of North America, including droughts and changes in fish migration. It serves as a powerful example of how variations in ocean temperature can have wide-reaching effects on climate, ecosystems, and life across vast distances. The ocean is a vast source of renewable energy, with tides and waves offering promising ways to generate electricity. Tidal power harnesses the predictable rise and fall of ocean tides caused by the moon's gravity, using underwater turbines to convert this motion into energy. Similarly, wave energy captures the up and down movement of the sea surface to power generators. These technologies have the potential to provide clean energy to coastal communities, reducing reliance on fossil fuels. While challenges remain in scaling and minimizing environmental impact, the ocean continues to show humanity its enormous potential as a sustainable energy source. Sea sparkle is a mesmerizing phenomenon caused by bioluminescent algae, tiny marine organisms that emit light when disturbed. At night, waves or movement in the water can trigger these algae to glow with a soft blue-green light, creating sparkling effects along shorelines. This enchanting natural light show not only captivates observers, but also serves important ecological functions, such as deterring predators or attracting mates. Sea sparkle can be observed in coastal waters around the world, offering a glimpse into the ocean's glowing, hidden life. Microplastics are tiny plastic particles, less than 5 millimeters in size, now found throughout the ocean, from surface waters to the deepest sea sediments. These particles come from sources such as broken down plastic waste, synthetic clothing fibers, and personal care products. Microplastics can be ingested by marine animals of all sizes, from plankton to whales, causing physical harm and introducing toxins into food webs. Their widespread presence poses a growing threat to ocean health and even affects the safety of seafood consumed by humans, highlighting the urgent need for better plastic management. While forests often get credit for producing oxygen, the ocean actually generates more than half of the oxygen we breathe. This vital role is carried out by microscopic marine plants called phytoplankton, which use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide into oxygen through photosynthesis. Despite their tiny size, phytoplankton are incredibly abundant, forming the foundation of the marine food web and supporting life on Earth. Without their constant production of oxygen, the planet's atmosphere and ecosystems would be drastically different, making these tiny organisms some of the most important life forms on Earth. Ocean currents act like massive conveyor belts, moving heat and nutrients across the world's seas. These currents help balance global climate by transporting warm water from the equator toward the poles and cold water back toward the tropics. For example, the Gulf Stream carries warm Caribbean waters across the Atlantic to Western Europe, keeping its climate milder than other regions at similar latitudes. Changes in these currents can influence weather patterns worldwide, sometimes causing extreme events such as droughts or cold snaps. Ocean currents are a reminder of how connected and dynamic the planet's oceans truly are. Just as the atmosphere experiences storms and tornadoes, the ocean has its own dynamic weather systems beneath the waves. One fascinating phenomenon is underwater tornadoes, known as vortices. These swirling columns of water form when currents collide or flow around obstacles, creating powerful spinning masses that can stretch for miles. Vortices play an important role in mixing nutrients, redistributing heat, and shaping habitats. By stirring the waters, they influence the movement and distribution of marine life, making the underwater world as lively and complex as the skies above. Far beneath the waves lie the abyssal plains, vast, flat regions of the ocean floor that can stretch for thousands of square kilometers. These plains are among the flattest surfaces on the planet, formed by the slow settling of fine sediments over millions of years. Abyssal plains typically lie at depths between 3,000 and 6,000 meters. Despite the darkness, crushing pressure, and extreme cold, these remote regions support diverse communities of specially adapted animals. From burrowing invertebrates to deep-sea fish, life thrives quietly in this hidden, flattened world. Abyssal plains play a crucial role in Earth's geology and ocean ecosystems, acting as a foundation for deep-sea biodiversity. The massive ice sheets covering parts of Antarctica and Greenland hold enormous amounts of frozen water, enough to significantly influence global sea levels. When these ice sheets melt or grow, they cause the seas to rise or fall, affecting coastlines and human communities worldwide. Melting ice also releases fresh water into the ocean, altering the salinity and density of seawater. These changes can disrupt ocean currents, influence climate systems, and impact marine ecosystems. The health of polar ice sheets is closely tied to the balance of the ocean, demonstrating how deeply interconnected our planet's systems truly are. Some species of sharks possess a remarkable ability to detect electrical fields produced by other animals. This sense, called electroreception, allows sharks to locate prey hidden beneath sand or murky water, even when visibility is poor. Special organs known as the ampullae of Lorenzini pick up these tiny electrical signals, giving sharks an extraordinary edge as hunters. This unique adaptation makes them some of the most efficient predators in the ocean and highlights the incredible ways in which life has evolved specialized senses to survive in challenging environments.